So, something not that chill happened last night. I just slept for an insubordinate and trailerish amount of time, if you couldn't tell by my hair looking like a sim that was simultaneously electrocuted and set on fire. It's 11 p.m. and like I've been sleeping since 1969, and I'm literally just eating half of a honeydew right now. I couldn't even remember what the fruit was called. My concert's tomorrow. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with my life. Maybe tomorrow we'll have some better luck. I doubt it.
Yeah.
The concert is today, and right now I look like the guy that shot Drake in the butt. That's hot.
That's hot.
I'm drinking like 17 Monsters because my motivation to do anything right now is like 0 because it's so early in the morning. It's like 10. I don't think anybody else in the world is awake right now. So I have to go to the gym because I haven't worked out since 1592. And then I need to go pick up a rental car. And I might go into Walmart because I'm getting separation anxiety. But this morning is going about as unproductive as I thought it would. If you set the bar low, well, it's not really like I'm gonna surpass it at all. I might actually go lower. We'll see. So my plan is to go to the gym and do like half a push-up, maybe like 3/4 of a push-up. Then I gotta come back and figure out my outfit because I was gonna wear something like short sleeve shorts kind of thing, but it's supposed to be like 60 to 70 degrees today, so I wasn't prepared for the second ice age to come back. So I guess it would be the third ice age. I don't know. I'm sure I'll spend a disgusting amount of time trying to figure out what to put on my body for a span of time where nobody will actually notice what is on my body. I guess I could show up naked and then finish the rest of this video from jail. There's a man's outside doing his stretches I gotta show you. Oh shit. Why can't people watching just count as physical activity? Like, the intentions are there. I feel like I should get some kind of reward here. My nails. So I painted these just for the concert. I tried to make them as cute as possible, so let me know what you think. I really like this one. I think I probably spent the most time on this one trying to get it just right. If you ever want to hire me to do your nails, I'm here. I think I'd probably charge like a reasonable rate of 50-ish per nail, just because I spend so much time and effort and thought into really crafting the art. This looks vaguely like Jamaica, if you can see. Yeah, so right there at the top, that's Montego Bay. Yeah, so hire me. Can't forget the Burt Concha in case something wild happens tonight, like a trip and fall or something. You gotta be prepared at all times for everything, so I gotta be productive. Fuck me. Everybody knows that we come.
I came into this world without a single idea.
I look like a sweaty fucking egg. I'm dying. I can see the light. Pretty thorough workout. Almost too thorough, really. I think I overdid myself with the sheer amount of sets that I just did, but it's a learning game to get to my peak physical state. Anyway, as I was saying, fuck. Anyway, so now I have to not get hit by any cars. Pretty hard feat, considering I have dumb bit syndrome, but now I have to go pick up. Are you fucking kidding me? Why is there a whole goddamn song? We're literally in Hogwarts right now. Anyway, I need to go pick up a rental car now, because this concert's approximately in Wyoming from here. My favorite part about getting a rental car at 22 is that they decide to charge you an extra like $1,000 just to like breathe in the vehicle's vicinity. Rental cars cost approximately $8 billion and I'm broke as shit. My friend's boyfriend works there, so he decided to get me a deal by saying I was his first cousin, which is pretty awesome. But there's only one minor problem, is that this kid's whiter than a Trump rally, so it'd be so funny if I walked in and like, excuse me, Are you sure you're related to him? Like you're like a smooth caramel and this kid's like a 3-week-old milk color. We're gonna have to see your family tree to let you have this car.
It's a Chevy Cruze.
Bitch! Looking like I could be on Fast and Furious and shit. The funniest part is, she's like, I'm so sorry, but we only had a choice between this and a minivan. And I was like, oh, I'll take the small car. She's like, okay, great. Just one small thing is that it's on empty. And I was like, oh, okay. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Can't wait to die. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, we're literally on like the 26th floor. I feel like I'm about to projectile vomit from all the turns I've had to do. Always use your blinker. To give my ticket to some dude that's supposed to open like the little thingy. What the fuck are those things? I mean, technically I guess it's a gate. He's not here. So I'll just hang out for a little bit. It's pretty scenic. I get to hear some hurricane force fans. It's a nice view. Over there you can see the Eiffel Tower. If you look ahead, you can see the Mona Lisa. And I could be in a worse situation right now, I guess. Like I could be almost running out of gas. Or it could be dropping my phone. Yeah, so we'll just hang the fuck out for a little bit. Bitch, we made it! I actually don't even know what type of gas tank's on. So funny story. Oh, fuck me. Is it really on the other side? No. Maybe it'll reach. Do you think it'll reach? I really don't. Alright, we'll go on to another one. So funny story. The first time I ever pumped gas, I was like driving, I don't even know, I think I was driving my mom's car, which is a RAV4. And that thing, like, you could put like $800 of gas in the car and it would be out of gas within like 2 seconds. So the first time I ever had to pump gas, we were in like the middle of nowhere and my mom just looks over and she's like, the car's actually on empty. And I was like, what? She was like, you need to find a gas station now. And so we had to like pull over to this like podunk ass, like backwoods, like clans meeting, like, you know, we don't like your can around here kind of ass place. She's like fucking livid at this point because I did not pay attention to like the fact that we needed gas. So we find this like one gas station with this old decrepit ass pump. And she's like, you have to go and pump this. And I was like, I've never pumped gas before. What do you expect me to do? I don't even know how this works. I mean, granted, it's not that hard, but you know, your first time, it's like when your parents throw you in the water and expect you to swim without knowing how to swim. So I get out and I'm like, whatever. We're fighting. I'm not gonna ask for help. This is stupid. So I figure it out. Like I put the card in and then I insert the pump and it starts pumping. And I look over it and like halfway through the car, I had already put like $20-something in and I'm putting fucking diesel in the car. And I was like, no, this is not happening right now. Fucking diesel. Like I'm driving a truck or some shit. And I was like, I can't tell her. I can't fucking tell her. And like I start Googling, what happens if you mix gas types in your car? And it was like, you know, sometimes it might not be bad, but if you mix the wrong kind, it can cause your car to like have problems and break down. And I was like, shit. So I get in the car, I'm like, hey mom. She just already knew something was wrong too. So I tell her, and I don't think I've ever seen her look more disappointed than in that exact moment. But turns out the car didn't blow up and we made it to wherever we were going just fine. So moral of the story is, sometimes if your car needs a little diesel, it just needs a little diesel. That's getting ready because I'm 95% sure I just parked in the tow zone. And for some fucking reason, they're on it when you park somewhere where you're not supposed to. Literally, when I parked here to move in for school, they called my mom like 20 minutes later and they're like, your daughter needs to move her rental car or it'll be towed. Like, how do they even find that shit out? They're like some private investigators when you park in the wrong spot. So hopefully my car is there when I get back.
Just see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting-a-ting-a-ling. I'm on to lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside, snow is falling and friends are calling you.
Little life update for you guys. My car didn't get towed, as you can tell, but I did manage to get a $90 ticket for parking in a loading zone, so fuck my life. Currently on the way to East Bumfuck, wherever this concert is, Mansfield. It's like a 40-minute drive. I was hoping to Need for Speed my ass down to this venue, but there's a lot of traffic. Obviously, as you can tell, I caved and chose my OG outfit because despite the fact that Mother Nature decided to make it only 60 degrees today, I don't have the mental capacity to pick a new outfit. We're gonna freeze. Pray for the nipples. Wanted to apologize if this gets shaky at all. If you thought my room lighting setup was ghetto as fuck, this is worse. This is actually worse, but it's working. So until it stops working, we're gonna keep using it. It was so funny when I bought these tickets. I was like at work, so I was obviously not supposed to be on my phone buying concert tickets, but naturally, since I'm a piece of shit, I was on my phone. So for some fucking reason, I was like, these are all gonna sell out in like 0.2 seconds. As soon as the tickets went on sale, I like refreshed the Ticketmaster app, and you know how it like can fuck you over where it's like searching, sold out. So I was like, fuck that, I'm not getting screwed over this time. I thought I was like cheating the system or some shit. I was like, I'm gonna pick the first tickets to pop up. I bought them immediately, and I was like, fuck you, system. Ghost has got the upper hand now. And then I go home like 6 hours later and I look and I see that there's better tickets despite me paying $8 billion for these tickets. And I'm like, please, 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 please. Don't let my mom find out how much I paid for these tickets, because like I said, they were an absurd amount of money and I impulsively bought them. So I was like, it had been, you know, like an hour or two since I had been home, and I'm like, phew, I'm safe. Like, she doesn't know shit. And so I'm sitting on my couch, just minding my own business, and my mom comes and sits on the other couch and does this like pose, and I'm like, maybe if I don't look at her, she'll go away. Like if I can't see her, she's not actually there. So I was just sitting there like minding my own business, pretending that I didn't see the stare like penetrating my skull. You know, it didn't work, of course. So like 2 seconds later, she's like, so, and I was like, fuck me. I already knew it was coming. She's like, so is there a reason why there's a $650 charge to Ticketmaster on your card? And I was like, nope. I don't know what you're talking about. She was giving me that stare, the mom stare, where she's like, don't fucking lie to me, I gave birth to you. So 2 seconds later I caved and I was like, I had to buy tickets to NIALL because I was scared that they were gonna sell out. And I was like, but I get to meet him. Like, isn't that good? And my mom's the kind of person where even if I do stupid shit, like spend $650 on a concert ticket, she's like, well, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, you do get to meet him. Like, you've been a fan for too much time of your life. And I was like, you know, that's true. That's fair. I'll take that. But yeah, so she really wasn't mad. She was more like the disappointed. I love, this is cute. This is a look. Another situation I had to deal with was my friend was like, why don't you just like leave the concert early so you can come pregame, or skip the concert because you've seen him before? And I was like, yeah, maybe I might leave early. And she's like, I mean, like, you've seen him, you know what's gonna happen. Like, how much did you pay? And I was like, oh, you know, I just like inside my head I was like, fuck. I spent too much money, I don't want to tell you. So I was like, you know, I bought them so long ago, like, I still want to go. And she's like, oh, okay. So the moral of the fucking story is, don't spend $650 on concert tickets. I've heard this song like a minimum of 1 million times, and I still couldn't tell you any lyric. Dancing in the dark, you between my arms. This is how I was during, I went to a Fifth Harmony concert like I feel like 2 years ago, and I was near front row for no fucking reason other than they came to like 10 minutes from my house, and I was like, might as well be close. So I'm like chilling like maybe 3rd row, and I literally knew the words to a max 1 or 2 songs, and I swear to God they were like mid-song, and I was sitting there just like smiling, like that like blank look. And Normani looked me in the eyes, and I swear to God my soul left my body. Like, she was like it was such a disappointed look because she knew I was sitting there with no idea what the fuck was going on. She was just like, and I had no excuse. Like, I just looked back like, I had nothing. you could honestly like just whisper and you're on like the same vocal level. And you have to make sure that you sound like you have asthma and you just ran like at least 3 miles without your inhaler. And get like a little bit of the Enrique like all of her songs. Done. We here. Made it by some small miracle. Actually, probably a large miracle. Get out my cards because I'm sure I'll spend an insubordinate amount of money. The $10 that I own. Put it in my little my zip packet. Do I have cash? Oh no. I thought I had cash in my thing and it's not cash. Where's the DO? We're not stinking today, ladies. I hope I didn't need to print these tickets because that would be a little problematic because I didn't. So it's actually only like a quarter of a degree above freezing, so I'm wearing my jacket right now. And I look a little bit like an asshole, but when do I not look like an asshole is the real question. I'm carrying like all of my life possessions in my arms right now. They gave me a bomb-ass baggie to put my phone in because that's what I paid $6.50 for. Are those? Yeah, I will. Yep. Sorry, I just saw the alcohol, but I got in trouble, so I gotta put my phone away. At NIALL, I think we're actually dying. Hopefully I don't get kicked out. If I do, it'll make a good story.
Yeah.
We're out here at the concert. This is my 3rd drink. It's honestly not enough to get through country music. A lot of young kids. I'm too old for this shit, dude. Like, I'm in pain. My back's been hurting. My feet hurt. My neck hurts. My back hurts. My pussy and my crack hurt. I've been in this venue since like 1964. They won't let us leave. Not sure exactly what I would do if I left. Probably go to Walmart, realistically. You ever realize you have to pee when you're wearing a romper and you forgot that you're wearing a fucking romper and now you have to take it off? I'm gonna pee in my pants. Is this a look? I think this might be a look. Catch me on New York Fashion Week, walking down the cat aisle like I'm Gigi Hadid, curb stomping my way down.
She loves when everybody's watching. She loves the way her body moves. She loves when everybody's watching. Oh yeah. Don't let the time come and watch us away. Don't let the time come and take me far from with you where I wanna stay. So don't let the time come and take me.
How's everybody feeling here tonight? Oh my god, it's been years since I've been in this building. Where Boston is.
You just took me by surprise.
Leaving his concert now to go get turned the fuck up. Everybody has their like car alarms going off trying to find their cars, and literally it's just full of people wandering. It actually took me like, I think I ran around for about 20 minutes trying to find my car. I felt like it was like I was like an athletic grandma who like went into Walmart like a little too long ago and completely had no idea where she parked. Like I knew the number, but like there's so many rows. I was just like, where's my car? Except I was like full sprinting, so it was like, where's my car? He's so small, but his eyes are so fucking blue. I'll talk about this tomorrow. It's just like, literally I turned the corner and it was like I fell into the fucking ocean. Like I just tripped and fell off the face of the earth right into the ocean. Made it back from NIALL's concert, and now I'm walking down 8 billion flights of stairs because I didn't want to find the elevator. This doesn't count as drinking in public because I'm in a private stairwell, so gotta pause. Can't drink and run, that's dangerous.
learn how to steal. When everything is mine, do I really need a posture?
So I spent about $16 billion on merch that I said I wasn't gonna buy with money that I don't have. But I got my mom and I matching sweaters. And then I got this t-shirt because I'm a piece of shit with no restraint at all. And then I got that I don't even know what the fuck's inside of it. Some kind of picture or something. My lanyard. Got that. Why am I so out of breath? I'm literally just standing. That's how my life is. Got that. And then the stupid wristband so I could buy alcohol because I'm under 25 and I'm out of state. And then I got that. And yeah. That's why I spent so much money.
Apostrophe, better learn how to raise your hand if you want to come here and talk to me. I rock a bus pass, cause you know that talk is cheap.
Gonna go see Drake.
Stop it! Stop! Stop!
I don't say this every night, you can check the clips. I'ma let you know, Boston is always at the top of my list. You've been showing me love for 5 years, and I appreciate it. So this is the Boston, one of the most turned up places I've ever seen in my life. Cheers to you. Shorty and she the moon, smells up. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let that thing loose, girl, in so long. You been in the night off, but you going around snapping like you playing off. Ain't showing off, but it's alright. Ain't showing off, but it's alright. This is short life, done.
Dropping shit just like colostomy. Plus these
It's 11:45 p.m. I just got back from the Drake concert. I'm a little turnt, so I'll be telling the story a little drunk. But honestly, would you be expecting it any other way from me? I had every intention of getting to the venue at 2:30, but like, of course 2:30 wasn't gonna happen. So I roll up at about 3:10, and they tell you to bring a question beforehand, and I was like, let me think of this bomb-ass question, like super sassy, like of course he's gonna have to read it. And I was like, I'll definitely fucking love this shit. So I write this like question, this stupid fucking question. Something about like watching the Pats game today, so honestly irrelevant. Like he probably could not have given less of a shit about this question. So I left my backpack in my car, and then I roll up to the initial line where we pick our tickets up, which was also a funny fucking point because I roll up and I'm like, wait a second, I don't have any tickets. Like I don't have any fucking tickets. And I see this girl, and I'm sure that she was probably sick, and I'm hoping for her sake that she's not watching this. I'm not making fun of her, I'm not calling her out, but she was standing outside of like the line. Like if the line was here, she was like here. And she just looked like super devastated, like devastated / too drunk to stand up kind of looking. Like she looked very sick. So I was like, maybe she's sick, maybe she forgot to print her tickets. And I was like, wait a second, but I too did not print my tickets. So am I fucked? So I roll up to the table and I'm like, please, 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 please don't let me get fucked over right now. Because like with my kind of look, I'm not surprised if they were like, oh, you were actually supposed to print your tickets, we can't let you in. Fortunately, all they require is me having my ID. So they give us our tickets, and then we go and wait in this line for like 20 minutes. And they're like, oh, here's this transparent plastic bag that you have to stick your phone in so you can't take pictures or video. And it's like, as long as we see the phone is in the baggie or away, we won't take it away. And it's like, I mean, this fucking bag is clear plastic. Like, it'd be like, you know, as long as you're behind a window, you can't take any pictures. Like, what the fuck does that mean? You could fucking see through it. Like, it might be a little shitty in terms of quality, but a picture's a picture. And finally, the line started moving. We went around from, like, this line here, around the corner to another line, as if we were supposed to be like, ba-da-ba-boo, we fucking upgraded lines, bitch, this is fucking hype. Like, it was like, okay, we're in the second line, just waiting. So the line moves about as slowly as you expect it to. The line starts moving, so we move up. And then everybody else around me is kind of like flipping shit. And I was like, I have no emotions, bitch. The only emotion I have is competitive and asshole, so I'm not going to be afraid. But you kind of low-key get the jitters. Like, I was like, oh, I feel fine. Meanwhile, my heart rate's like 200 beats per minute. So it's like, I feel fine, but I'm also having a heart attack. So, am I really that fine? But so we roll up. And finally we get to like the corner. If the pictures were here, the line was coming this way. And Mark's standing on the corner, and this dude is maybe 5'7" max. Like, he's thick. And the girl in front of me, she was super chill. She was like, oh, can we get a picture together? And he was like, honestly, they'd probably have to make the photo more wide for me to fit. I was like, word? I mean, I respect that honesty. When we were chatting about some nonsense, I was like, I had to take my fucking Fitbit off because, you know, I'm the pinnacle of fucking fitness here. Because, I mean, my heartbeat was like 150, so once your heartbeat hits like above a certain rate, you start to get exercise minutes, and I was making some corny ass joke about that shit just to like kill time. And I don't think he really understood it, because it was like he gave you like the polite laugh, like, stop fucking talking to me, and I was like, okay. And then finally it was my turn, and mind you, in the email they're like, you know, don't bring any gifts, don't bring any props, like, don't fucking breathe in the vicinity, don't blink, don't smell, don't taste. And I was like, fuck that. So, because I didn't want a boring picture. Like, I spent too much money that I don't have to end up with a boring picture. So I decided to be the snarky piece of shit that I am and bring my white coat and my stethoscope, because I was like, you know, you're probably the reason why I almost didn't get into school. But here I am, by some miracle, in school. This girl that comes and collects your stuff before you go up to the corner. And she was like, oh, can I take your stuff for you? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I handed her, like, my purse and my actual jacket, because it was, like, fucking negative 20 degrees that day. And I was like, don't fucking ask about my other coat, or we might have to score up. And fortunately, she didn't ask. I respect that. She was really chill, actually. So I go around the corner, and I swear to God, like, I thought I was going to be chill this whole time. Because, I mean, first of all, I noticed that he was wearing stripes. And if any of you guys know me, I'm not a fan of stripes at all whatsoever. I was like, no, I'm fine. And then I turned the corner, and immediately I, like, so I really, you know, I can swim, but I'm not a strong swimmer. I felt like I was dropped in the middle of the ocean with, like, 2 deflated floaties and maybe, like, a quarter of one flipper. And that's not even being dramatic. Like, this motherfucker's eyes are so blue. His eyes were literally so blue. Like, I'm not even being dramatic because I'm a fan. Like, I like to underestimate things because I'm like, freaking out about little things is kind of useless. Like, I would hate to go in my photo crying, even though some people did, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I would roast myself. His eyes were so fucking blue. They were so blue. And I was like, you know, you have like this conversation planned in your head, like, I'm gonna be super eloquent, like, I'm gonna say something super impressive, and then as soon as I got there, I was like, duh! Like, so I roll up and I was like, fuck. As soon as I just fell into the pit of blue ocean waves, I was like, I'm struck. I'm really fucked. Like, there is a reason I'm here. I'm not, yeah. There genuinely is a reason I paid stupid money to come here. We hugged, and he was a little bit of an awkward hugger. To be fair, he has to hug a bunch of people that he'll never remember, and I can't give him shit for that, because, I mean, if I had to hug, like, a 28th cousin 16 times removed, I probably wouldn't hug them very tightly either. I was like, can I ask you to do this really fucking weird thing? He was like, yeah, sure. So I was like, word. And so I was like, can you put on my white coat and my stethoscope? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he puts it on. And I mean, for some reason I was afraid that he wasn't gonna fit. In my head, I had imagined him as like this like super swole, like jacked dude. So he fit with no problem. He slipped into my white coat, and then I put the stethoscope around his neck, and he was like, goes around the corner to show off. He's like, do I look like I'm in Grey's Anatomy? And he asked me, he's like, are you in med school? I was like, yeah, I am. And he's like, oh, you have to be really smart to get in there. And I was like, nah, I actually bribe the people to get in there. And I thought I was funny. I always think that I'm funny when I'm not. And he gives me this look, and I'm like, shit, here we go, I blew it. I was like, no, I'm just kidding. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to be pretty fucking smart to get in there. It was just cursing like crazy. He was swearing like a sailor, which was hilarious, because, I mean, what the fuck else are you gonna do when you spend your life, like, a significant part of your life giving hugs to strangers? And he was like, so you gotta carry us around all day now, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get it stained and my professor's gonna kick my ass. And he laughed. He laughed about it. I was like, so are you McSteamy or McDreamy? And he's like, oh, I don't know, I like them both. So, I mean, clearly he's a fucking liar, because you can't pick both. So we took our pick, and then I walked off. So many people asked me what he smells like. I could see and I could hear, but I think I blacked out and lost my sense of smell as like a sacrifice for remembering what he looked like in the conversation that we had. He's honestly like this big around. He's so small. I was struck regardless. And then when the camera flash went off, I felt like I was smiling like when you first meet a relative that you're not too sure about, but you're like, oh, let me just cheese it up anyway. We did sound check, which lasted a grand total of like maybe 5 seconds. And then the concert was bomb as fuck. But it turns out I was like 4th row, and I was like, shit. Because I wanted to leave. I don't need to leave to drink, but all my friends were going out that night because the second years had a test the night before. And we were like, let's get turned as fuck. But my favorite fucking song is Mirrors, and this bitch has the audacity.
This bitch had the audacity
To put it last on his set list, and I'm gonna leave at 9:30, and then like 9:30 came and went, and then suddenly it was 10, and then it was 10:30, and I was like speed walking like a soccer mom, trying to get the fuck out of there before everybody else did, despite the fact that I Olympic sprinted to the parking lot, like straight on, like running past people, Usain Bolting my way through this venue. There was still a lot of traffic, and I was essentially fucked. So I was like, alright, let me just make sure I have everything. And then I check, and I was like, okay, cool, where the fuck's my credit card? Turns out, lost my credit card while I was there. I had to call some lady to cancel it. She's like, let me just verify the last charge on your card. Did you buy a cupcake for $4.25? Like, it was such a big call out. I was like, oh damn, like, that's where I am in my life. Like, you never realize the stupid shit you do until somebody repeats it back to you, and you're like, okay, yeah, I did fucking spend $4.25 on a cupcake. So that's been my super eventful past 48 hours. But yeah, that's my experience. Thanks for listening. Tune in sometime next week to find out what other stupid shit that I'm getting up to. Maybe I'll get a better light, maybe I'll get an actual camera, maybe I'll get a proper video editing software. Most likely no to all of those above, but if you like this shit show of video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you soon, because I'm sure something else will go drastically wrong in my life. Toodles. Sound like a fucking soccer mom. I hate my life so much.
Wanna free fall inside your head.